Well, it is the era of Taylor Swift. It feels like it. The superstar's influence has reached new heights, earning her the title of Time's Person of the Year. As the magazine says, she became the main character of the world and perfected her craft as the master storyteller of the modern era. So Time Senior Executive Editor Kelly Conniff who oversees the Person of the Year issue, is joining us now to talk a little bit more about this.
Welcome, Kelly.
We've just learned the Person of the Year at like 8 o'clock this morning, right? So when I heard it, I said to myself, man, I feel like I've been talking about her nonstop. And then I thought, yeah, business stories we talk about her, music stories we talk about her, sports stories now we talk about her, right? And so I kind of get it. But tell us about kind of the big factors that led you guys to this conclusion.
Sure. I mean, and I think you hit the nail on the head. We have a great line in our story where we say, this year she was like politics or the weather, meaning she's about the topics that everybody talks about all the time, right? Whether it's small talk, it's the kind of thing that people debate and discuss. It was impossible, even if you're not a Swiftie, and many people aren't, to not be engaged with who she is. And maybe you went to go see her record-breaking Eras tour. Maybe you saw the movie version in the theater. Maybe you heard a bunch of, her songs on the radio.
That's for sure.
She had 3 albums hit #1 this year. That's the second time she's had that happen. And none of those albums actually were recorded this year, right? Because she's on this re-recording project. So she's engaged in this very kind of specific plan, and this is part of her overall narrative, right? Because she's such a masterful storyteller. And a lot of why we picked her is, look, she makes wonderful music. She is both the writer and the hero of her own story, which is kind of this incredible idea. But she's also giving us a larger narrative about who she is in popular culture. And she's doing it in a way that I don't think anyone else has really done before.
And on that point, it's difficult to find a point of comparison. I mean, I hadn't listened to Taylor Swift's music very much. You can consider me a Beyonce fan. Beyonce's concerts earned money, but Taylor's earned the most.
The most, that's right.
Taylor's not finished touring yet. Beyonce released a movie about her tour. Taylor Swift released a movie and is still touring. I mean, there's so many facets to what she's done that there is no comparison, even among superstars. She re-recorded her own music.
That's right.
What was it, in your view, that pushed her beyond just a celebrity and a famous person that makes her a cultural flashpoint?
Sure. I mean, I think it's a little bit of this larger narrative, right, where there are a number of huge superstars out there doing a number of different things. And I should say, on the subject of Beyonce, she talked extensively about Beyonce to us. They're friends. They love each other. They don't want to be pitted against each other. And they feel very strongly that they should support each other. And if you saw, each went to each other's movie premiere and kind of looking glamorous, and it was really nice. And they talked about their AMC deals. They both struck these unprecedented deals where they bypassed streamers and studios to just release directly, which is kind of special and new. It's another reason. But Taylor seemed to kind of, as you say, transcend everything, right? And she hits every different sphere. She's a genius businesswoman. This is the year she reportedly became a billionaire, primarily through her music and her tours, which doesn't happen very often, right? There's very few female billionaires overall, very few that are self-made like her. And I think just the way that she dominated in terms of conversation, in terms of telling these stories that people relate to, you might not be a Swiftie, but I feel like most folks have heard a song by hers and felt something when they heard it, right? And if you've been broken up with, if you're in love, if you're sad, she has a song for everything. And she pulls things from her life, right? And not everything is autobiographical, but I think the way that she does it is really just people relate to it so deeply, and they're able to see themselves in her music, and that's just so special.
Do you think that's why she seems to have a particularly special relationship with her fans?
I think so. I really do. They see themselves in her music, right? I think she's also really smart and dedicated to her fans, and she talks about them a lot in our piece. She says in particular, look, I know people really struggled to get tickets to my tour, so that meant I'm going to go out there every night and I'm going to give them everything. I don't know if you've seen the movie or the show, but she's on stage for 3.5 hours, sometimes more every night, which is a long time, right? And she said multiple times, I want to give them everything. Even if I'm heartbroken, even if I'm sad, I'm sick, I'm there for them.
Wow. That's cool. And now, Time's Person of the Year. Kelly, great to chat with you about how you and your team made that decision. Pretty remarkable. Thanks for
having me.